Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV here, and we got some breaking news involving the Calgary Flames, as there has been some reports in the last few minutes. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And now let's get to this breaking news. As per Elliotte Friedman, and not just him, Kevin Weeks, the Calgary Flames are gonna sign top free agent Nazem Kadri to a deal. Both just reported that. Freeman saying hearing Nazem Kadri will be a Calgary Flame, and Kevin Weeks right before that is, I am told the Calgary Flames are working on a potential deal to move center Sean Monahan and sign Nazem Kadri, so we could probably see a Monahan trade coming within the next few hours to probably throughout the day here. Keep an eye on that. And the signing of Nazem Kadri going to the Calgary Flames, there was a lot of speculation that he was going to the Islanders, and there was still a lot of that yesterday. But I feel like Nazem Kadri couldn't wait anymore. He wanted to be signed, get this over with, and the Islanders just couldn't move any pieces to actually get the cap room to sign him and all the RFAs they have left available as well. For the Calgary Flames, they got a little bit of cap room that, trading a guy like Sean Monahan, who's had his worst 2 seasons back-to-back here, it is possible that that trade is coming, like Kevin Weeks said, and that would be the only way they would actually get cap room. And this is a good signing by the Calgary Flames. Being an Edmonton Oilers fan, there's a part of me that wishes the Flames wouldn't do this, but for the Calgary Flames, you lost Johnny Gaudreau, you lost Matthew Tkachuk, you brought in Weegar, Huberdeau, and now possibly Nazem Kadri. Just when about a month ago all this happened, everyone was in shambles, like, holy cow, these 2 players are out of Calgary. Somehow Calgary got better with just adding those 3 guys. And like I said in a video on Clemhawk, it's Weegar was brought in for his defensive play, his ability to be an offensive defenseman. But I made the point that the Flames had to go get someone else to fill in the shoes of missing the points from Tkachuk and Gaudreau, because let's be realistic here, at that time Huberdeau's not scoring 200 plus points. Bringing in a guy like Nazem Kadri now, that just solidifies replacing those 2 players. Yes, Huberdeau and Kadri are a bit older. That's okay. But you got Mackenzie Weegar as well. So this is a huge move by the Calgary Flames if this is to be true by Elliotte Friedman, who realistically is never wrong, or that when he is, he fixes it and says, okay, well, Calgary, if he does go to the Islanders, Calgary was for sure a runner-up team. But this is hearing that Nazem Kadri is a Calgary Flame, as everyone is reporting that now. As Dustin Nielsen just reported, kudos to the Flames, turned a very tough offseason into a positive, which they did. They, losing your 2 star players and whatnot, and actually replacing them, that's a lot of work. That's hard to do when it comes to the NHL nowadays, is because everyone wants top dollar. So this is great news for Calgary. It gives Lindholm someone else to play with, and who would have known what happened to Lindholm if Calgary didn't go and do this? Calgary has a shot to being a top 3 team in the Pacific Division. They have for a while, same with Edmonton. Right now it's pretty much Edmonton, LA, and Calgary should get the top 3 spots in the Pacific Division. That's just how it should be. Looking at Anaheim, who's pretty much in a half rebuild, half sign whoever they want kind of deal with the Lindholm's or Klingberg signing. They did trade Lindholm away. You look at the Sharks trading Brett Burns, not really doing anything there in a rebuild. LA going out getting Kevin Fiala, pretty good player to play along with Arvidsson and Kopitar. You look at the Vegas Golden Knights, had to trade Pacioretty because they're in cap problems. Losing Robin Leonard, yes, they have Logan Thompson, but is he going to be able to play 60-plus games? That's the question. You look at Vancouver, who they don't know what they're doing, if they're going to be trading JT Miller or Connor Garland. They are in shambles with the cap space. Then you got Edmonton, who went out, finally got a top a goaltender that can play net, and that isn't 40-plus years old like Mike Smith, who, give credit due, led them to the Western Conference Final. But if you're Calgary, you're looking at this, and it's win-now mode. If you're one of the top 3 teams in the Pacific Division for the year, it's win-now mode because you can beat teams like Nashville, Dallas. Of course, Colorado will be the toughest one. But other than that, in the Central, you might say St. Louis could possibly give a little bit of a run for your money. Same with Minnesota. But to win the West, you only really have to go through the Oilers if you're the Flames, and Colorado. That's realistically all you have to go through right now. Until teams start going up a bit, those are the only 2 teams that will really give you problems, and Calgary will be problems for them too, as well as, you know, Roman Yossi's not going to have the year he just had again for Nashville. That was a one and done, I believe. But Calgary just turned this off season of, hey, I want outs, and scrambling mode into probably one of the best off seasons they've ever had. Barring they lost 2 half-decent players. You know, Goudreau defensively wasn't all there. And Kachuk's penalties, you know, yeah, he was a tough bugger, but, you know, there was a fine line between him turning into a Brad Marchand or something. But this is a great off-season for the Calgary Flames as I'm refreshing Twitter here. See if it's a done deal. Calgary, Darren Drager just posted, Kadri to the Flames is being finalized. 7-year deal is believed to be the term. So there you go. As let's go look at some stats for Nazem Kadri. As Kadri last season won the Stanley Cup, of course, and had 87 points in 71 games, plus 13. And he had 71 penalty minutes, 8 power play goals, 29 power play points. Calgary just literally said, "Okay, Goudreau and Kachuk, you want to go? We'll bring in some other guys who, you know, can play all-around game and be better than just the offensive presence." And they did that while adding Mackenzie Weegar. So this is a huge move by the Calgary Flames. But that's going to end the video as TSN just reported that Nazem Kadri is going to the Calgary Flames. You guys stay safe out there. I'll catch you on the next one.